I like to sing, dance, pretend, and I like to have fun.
Someone was suspected of being responsible, but it was all hushed up.
Oh, you caught me mid-sip.
I like to sing,
Delicious sip
dance.
of raspberry razzle from Weedables. Add a little razzle-dazzle to your day. This is a delicious THC tea that their owner, Jonathan Langer, has made sure that I got to have some on the air this week. So, raspberry razzle from Weedables. Check it out. It's makes life halfway bearable. Hey, everyone. This is Jake Belcher.
And I'm Brant Thoman.
We're coming at you on a simulcast this week. We are live on Zena.tv. That is the home of Suicide Girls Radio. Also the home of Ultimate Jam Night live at the Whiskey. We're also coming at you on Z420.tv. That's the home of, What Are You Smoking with Eric Roberts. And a whole bunch of rap people who get high and talk about things.
Indeed.
And us for some reason. I guess because I'm drinking Weedables and I have this big old bag of medical sticks. It's that's how medicine is ingested these days. It is
In stick form.
stick form, and sometimes you light it on fire and you inhale it, and it's delicious. We're also coming at you live on Facebook Live. That's the home of political arguments about people who don't really know anything, and a home for cheaters and people to perv out on old high school crushes. Now, guess which one of these platforms people will watch us the most on? Probably Facebook.
Probably.
No, probably a live stream. But amongst these other three, like the ones that we say we're going out on, it will be Facebook. So that leads me to believe that some of you viewers out there are some ladies who have unrequited feelings about me from the past. I mean, it just seems natural that there'd be at least a few of them out there, right?
A few?
A few. I mean, okay, look. Does that seem overly optimistic? Should it just be...
Very much so.
Okay. What would you say?
I don't think there are very many women these days that are
Yeah?
pining for you.
You don't?
No.
What do you base this on?
Just the fact that, look, I get back when you were in your more youthful prime.
Yes.
You were more desirable for sure.
Oh,
But
okay.
see, you
This
put
is some harsh shit to hear, but
you put
continue.
something. You put something on that turns a lot of women off.
Is it a bandana?
No.
I'll take it off. Will that make them happy?
No, it won't.
Okay.
And taking off this other thing will make somebody else important in your life very unhappy. So, you
Me.
Yes, exactly, you. But maybe one.
Maybe
Okay,
one?
Maybe one.
Okay.
A few.
I'll
maybe even
live
a
with
couple.
one.
I'll go with couple. There could be as many as two.
Oh, man. This is...
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, I feel like Harambe now. Like I'm grabbing that child and dragging it into the... Well, no, I don't want to do that because they shot Harambe. Let's
Yes,
never
they
forget.
did.
Let's never forget they shot Harambe. Okay, let's talk about the important things going on this week. We'll just jump into the real news and the things that I see being affected. CNN has had a terrible week. They have been exposed by James O'Keefe from Project Veritas. He had a reporter caught on camera saying that the Russian story is bullshit. Have you heard anything about this, Brant?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Because not that I, to be very honest, I don't really have one specific news source, but most of the news sources aren't going to be covering this.
Yeah, because all these people are being exposed as frauds. Like Van Jones, who's pretty much the most popular liberal name on the network, was then caught on camera and went out today saying that he said the Russian story is like nothing, like there's nothing happening. They know there's bullshit. This other story said that they were just doing it for ratings, and they all know it's crap, man. So this whole thing is falling apart. This entire Trump being a Russian activist and look.
Okay, but here's one of the things though. The term "nothing burger" that was
Yes.
used.
Isn't that weird?
Have you ever heard that word before?
Yes, many times.
What
Have you
I've
not?
never heard someone use the term nothing burger.
I think it's the very flippant way of just saying it's nothing. Like it's a nothing burger. Like it's a hamburger with nothing in it. Like,
Right.
There's no meat in it.
It's just the buns.
That's right.
Okay.
There's no meat to it, and they fucking know that there's no meat to it, but they have to go on the air every day and pretend. Now the story that's come out is that they are being told, oh, it's because we're getting good ratings and stuff like that. That's the great thing. But it's totally. I mean, look, that may be a nice side benefit as to why it's to like a great reason to keep it going. But really, it's to keep the terrible crimes and fraud. And this sounds terrible to people who are unindoctrinated to this, but Luciferian pedophilia, and it's gonna fucking come out. The things that's going to take to make these things happen have already been put into place and are happening. Last week on Thursday, I think they announced that Loretta Lynch, who is our former Attorney General, is now being investigated for obstruction of justice. Brant, have you heard anything about that story?
No, I have not.
Yeah, she's our fucking former Attorney General, and she is now under congressional investigation for obstruction of justice. And yeah,
In regards to what case?
The Hillary Clinton
Email scan.
It's a little bit more than email. It has to do with a server that she left unprotected in her house that she used to sell to foreign agencies our top secret files and secrets and information. Like, and this stuff's all gonna come out, man. It's gonna be incredible. Like these people that you lunatic leftist people are holding up and saying are so fucking great. You should start backpedaling from them now because they're all going to be exposed for being terrible criminals. Like there's a cabal going on, man. Okay, so not only do these things happen, also the Trump travel ban was reinstated. Wonderful. Get to keep our citizenry safe at least for 90 more days until the Supreme Court comes back and tries to re-argue that. That's wonderful. We also have this Sunday. I got to warn you people. There is a nationwide series of marches that are going to be out there. They're all called the impeachment marches. And from what I've been told, they have now been planning to actually really ramp up real violence, like with weapons and trying to hurt people. And there's a group of people out there who, hey, look, there's a group of people. I was talking to some very smart people last week, and I brought up Antifa. And both of them looked at me like, what? Like, what is Antifa? Like, I've never heard of that before. And these people just love. I've just gone blank on that screen, so I hope that we're still going out.
Yeah. I see it. It's on the program here, on the stream.
Okay, great. So it's a short in our system. So you guys got to see me that entire time. Okay, so they're planning on ramping up violence this Sunday. Like they're really planning on making this something that is, meant to cause fear and derision and like maybe even, I don't want to say race war because it's not that simple, because there's a class level war to it that's going on as well, and it's scary, man. And I think it's coming this Sunday. So like this, if you want to march and stuff, awesome. But this may be like a good one to like I don't know, support with a hashtag and hope that nothing bad actually happens, and then go to the next one. If I'm wrong and like nothing bad happens, then you can just ignore any whistle blowing that I'm trying to do in the future. But I think it's going to be bad, and I would try to avoid going there, guys. It doesn't seem good. This is George Soros paying these Antifa members, and if you don't know who Antifa is, look it up. Like this isn't something that I'm making up. These people exist, and they're the ones who are really causing violence in the streets at protests. You got to check them out. Brent, how much time do I have in this segment? I want to make sure we're okay.
Got about 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, great. Johnny Depp. Oh my God, man! What a goddamn dummy you are. Did you see Johnny Depp at that speech he was at last week for the Libertine, when he goes out there and he's like, I don't know how long it's been, man, but
since an actor assassinated the president.
Since an actor assassinated the president. It's just like, are you that desperate for us to talk about you in any way that you... Did you not just see what happened with Kathy Griffin like a week before when another dumbass celebrity comes out and basically threatens the president's life?
Do you think he was threatening the president's life?
I think
legitimately.
I think he was trying to sound cool, and that assassinating the president is for cool people. and that he wanted some applause there because I'm an actor and like I've thought about killing him. Like he's trying to make it seem like killing the president is cool. And that's some fucked up bullshit, man.
Okay.
I mean, would you? What do you think he said?
I believe that it's happened. It happened during the Obama administration towards him, just not as vocal of a star.
So someone else had bad behavior at some point.
No. I just think it.
What was Johnny Depp trying to get out of saying there?
Oh, his own self promotion. That's the way I looked at it. Self promotion. He was trying to be cool. Some people could interpret that he was trying to make it seem like assassinating the president is a cool thing to do. Yeah. I don't think anybody was swayed in any direction towards assassinating the president because of what he said.
He's not that influential.
It's a nothing burger.
It's a nothing burger.
It's a nothing burger.
Okay,
this is fake news.
Okay, so
Johnny Depp talking about how long it's been. That's fake news. I don't need to hear that stuff because you know it's celebrity fluff.
He was trying. He still is trying to like. My basic argument is that he's trying to make killing the president seem cool, and that seems like a terrible standard for someone to say.
Okay, but he's not the first to do it. He's just perhaps the most in the guy.
Well, he's a real dummy for doing it. Here's last thing I want to talk about.
I'm not saying that what he said isn't right. It's hate speech, and even though it's protected, it's not right.
I mean, I got all these,
but go ahead.
These important news stories to talk about. But okay, so we have a guest, and I'm going to make sure that we get her in here for our next segment. And you know me, I got a lot of wrestling to talk about. Lastly, I read this article on Vice.com about how trans people are upset that they're not getting the sex that they think that they deserve. So I start off sympathetic at the beginning of the story. It's like,
sure.
oh man, like I feel bad for like Caitlyn Jenner or like there's these people who I understand are trying to have a sex life, and maybe there's no one who's into having sex with them. I mean, that's possible. I start reading through the story though, and there's some ridiculous points they're making in it. These people are upset. They're in a relationship and having sex with one person, but they're not in a closed relationship. They're upset that more people don't want to have sex with them. There's one person that they're in a relationship right now that they're having sex with.
So they're just not feeling attracted. They're feeling neglected in the attraction and the attention that they should be getting.
Right. The rest of society should be wanting to have sex with them too. Like not just this person that I'm in a relationship with. Sadly, the two people they focus on, one is named Alok and one is named Jacob. They would go on to like Tinder, and they would swipe yes for everybody. Like they had no standards at all, and they were sad that only like 20% of those people were matching back up or something with them. So that's still a huge fucking percentage of people, a way higher percentage than I would ever have guessed, because I see these pictures and you do not look like a like someone that I would want to invite into my house to have time with. You're very scary people. I'm sorry, trans, that only one person want to have sex with you. That's the saddest story of the week. Lastly, check out tinystory.com. This is a great story about a guy who absolutely hates Donald Trump and how he went to go infiltrate his followers to expose them for racists and what he actually found there. So YouTube, tinystory.com. We're going to go to a break, and we're going to come back on the other side. We're going to talk about 3 new things happening in wrestling here. And
open a wrestle crate.
That's right, and open a wrestle crate. And then after that, we have a musician who's going to come and do some live music. It's going to be great. So, stick around. It's 2 minutes. I mean, is that so long to wait? Jeez. party people. You're back here on Zena.tv, the name that will stand the test of time. This is Jake Belcher.
And I'm Brant Thoman.
And we're talking about a little bit about wrestling. 3 new things going on in the wrestling world right now. Last Friday dropped a new series from Netflix, and I sat down and I binge watched the entire thing in one day. I've never actually done that, where I've watched an entire series, like season, in one day. It was addicting. I loved it.
How many episodes was it then?
10 episodes.
Wow.
And each one was between 30 and 40 minutes. Like, luckily on Netflix, you don't have to be tied into exactly how long things are. But this was Glow, the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. I was a big fan of the original, campy actual wrestling action series in the 90s, and to get to watch a dramatized version of it was very entertaining. There's a lot of things in it that I found quite enjoyable. They have a bunch of wrestlers that I've gotten to follow their careers that have appearances in this, from Amazing Kong to Joey Ryan from PWG to actually filming in PWG's home arena, the in Reseda, the American Legion Hall in Reseda. It was fun to see a lot of that stuff show up, and really nice of my wife to watch all 10 episodes in one day, because I can tell it was a tiny bit of a slog for her at the end, but I think that when I became committed to the idea of getting through the entire season in a day, she bought in real good. Okay, secondly, coming up this weekend here in Long Beach is New Japan Pro Wrestling. Super excited. This is the first time that they've come here to America. They have a whole bunch of their big wrestlers from Tanahashi to Okada to Kenny Omega to a whole bunch of different guys. Cody Rhodes is going to be challenging for their championship on night 2. Last week he became the new Ring of Honor heavyweight champion, so that was pretty awesome. If you're worried that was a little blurry, it doesn't really matter. It looked great, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, it was Cody Rhodes. I was trying to reset it to see if it was going to fix itself.
It was all good, man.
Sorry.
He's also going to be out here at Bar Wrestling, which Brant and I went to the first show. They have their second show here on the 4th of July. It is the Independence Day. They will be broadcasting. They'll be going live at 4 o'clock, which is an interesting time. Kikutaro will be out there. Also, like I said, Cody Rhodes, Ray Phoenix, John Morrison from the WWE. He's got an interesting character here that he's debuting called Boone the Bounty Hunter. So who knows what that'll be. But I'm excited by those things. 3 new things in wrestling I'm excited by.
We enjoyed the bar wrestling very much. This is the bar wrestling that I remember as a kid.
Oh man, those were delicious.
They were spectacular.
I'd love to have one right now.
Sure.
I would break my diabetes snack afternoon for that. That was delicious.
It's got the lovely Elizabeth there too.
Man, awesome.
There was even a female one for him.
Sure, I see the Macho Man, a whole bunch of great people in there.
Oh yeah.
Russell Crate. Now I love opening these boxes. This is a box of random wrestling things. Usually they have some type of a theme. I don't know what this month's theme is, but let's get through this box real quick and see what exciting wrestling action has now been.
This may very well be the last of the Wrestle Crates, correct?
Yeah. If there's not something good in here, I'm pretty much done with these people. It's been disappointing. It's been
rough.
It's been rough. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. We got a cup here that says "Drink it in, man." I know a lot of wrestling, and I do not recognize this as anybody's dig it or 24-inch pythons, brother.
Right. Is there a list that says what it might be too?
Okay, drink it in, man. Let's see. Drink it in, man cup. Fill it up with a beverage of your choosing. Toast your best friends and drink up from this fun cup. Or else, you know what happens when you don't drink from this cup? I do not know what happens when I don't drink from this cup. In my entire life, I have not drank from this cup, and now knowing that there are consequences to drinking from this cup or not drinking from this cup, I'm a little worried. Okay, that's number 1. We got here number 2. We got a DVD. Reflections. RF Video presents Reflections with Kurt Angle, the fine line of greatness. Kurt Angle is great. What does it say about this? This is an in-depth interview with WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle. He talks openly about his struggles, greatest victories, and favorite moments on his journey to become one of the most legendary athletes and performers to ever step foot inside the ring. I don't know if he's quite that high, but I like the name Reflections. We used to have a restaurant in the town I grew up called Reflections, where all the snotty ladies ate.
That's right.
Yeah, all the snotty ladies ate there. They loved it. Not my favorite place. We got a pin here that says, "Bang!" It is a Wrestle Crate exclusive, which is amazing. Thousands of companies don't want to make this.
Is it the Diamond Cutter?
It is the Diamond Cutter, which was a old wrestler named Diamond Dallas Page. He would make this symbol and go bang, and this says Wrestle Crate exclusive. But like I said, I can't imagine that thousands of companies aren't making this. This looks like another pin. It's a double pin box, baby. This is Penta Zero, who was just announced that he's going to be at the next PWG show, so that's cool. They were yelling out his theme, his slogan at the last show, and I remember saying, I have no idea what they're saying.
Right.
I have a feeling now that what is written here...
What does it say?
It says, Zero miedos given.
Yes, that is, I believe, what they were chanting.
I think that is it. And then they would go like, Zero miedos given. Like, it would be like the M upside down and like a middle finger. So this is Penta Zero, who we got to see live at the first Bar Wrestling show.
Right.
So, at least we've seen him.
You might be able to sell that to a fan when we go to the next one.
Zero miedos given. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We've got
another pin.
This is a keychain
of
the aforementioned new, he's in the new Glow series. This is a Joey Ryan keychain as he stands up and he's reaching into his pants like, I got something I'm going to get in here. It says big in Japan. So I think what he's saying is that his big American penis is very big in Japan. He's like known as the penis wrestler. Look him up. He does all these moves with his dong. Okay, we got a couple more items in here. We've got okay, this is terrible.
Razor
Ramon socks. Yeah, man. I guess they have to make this for somebody. Somebody wants this, right? We have what day is the training show here?
Monday.
I'm gonna see if I can give them how much money it's gonna cost to get me to wear these on there for their show.
Sure.
Because that looks like that type of thing. A sticker that says "Wrestling is forever," because wrestling is forever. We've got a shirt and the autograph. Okay, the autograph is at least I've seen this guy wrestle. That's good, and he's kind of a legend. This guy is named Matt Cross. You can't see it very well in cameras because it's shiny and this thing's got a
and you can't really see his face because he's covering it with his hands.
Oh God! I took the biggest shit today. Is basically what he is basically. Oh boy, what he's saying. But yeah, that's Matt Cross. He's otherwise known as M-Dog20. And the shirt says, okay, well, I got the pin. And not only do I have the pin, but now I've got the matching shirt. Zero miedos given.
There you go. Zero
miedos given. A autograph of Matt Cross. Am I going to keep this? Here's Jake's prediction for this week. We will no longer see Wrestle Crate on the air of Grand Theft Audio.
But on top of that, we do have a new shirt for the Zombie Box.
You know what? That may show up.
Maybe
show up down the line. Zero miedos given. Those people were rabid for yelling that. So maybe there is a market for this. Okay, what does it say about the shirt? Penta L0M exclusive T-shirt. Penta L0, formerly known as Pentagon Jr., is one of the hottest pro wrestlers in the world. You can see him on Lucha Underground, which is now streaming on Netflix. This awesome shirt is officially licensed by Masked Republic and exclusive for Wrestle Crate. You won't find it anywhere else.
Great.
So there's some exclusivity to that shirt. Fun box. But pretty much garbage.
Dude, I can't wait to see you wear the Razor Ramon socks.
Oh man, I should put them on now.
You know what? They might make a great Christmas for your brother.
Yeah, because he probably didn't watch this episode, right? And if you did, like Ted, take a giant hit of weed and just forget what you saw. All right, go to break. We're going to come back on the other side with Laura Ingraham, and she's going to dazzle us with some of her fancy fiddle work. And we'll learn more about her and drink some more of this delicious Weedables, what's it called again? Raspberry Razzle. So I'm going to raspberry razzle myself off for 2 minutes. You guys enjoy this commercial for other fine programming here on Zina.tv.
Once again, I am so fortunate. Hosting with me, the owner of Hidden Streets of London, wall broker and urban art promoter, Danny Wood.
What's up, Pearl? How's it going? It's good to be back.
LA-based artist exercising the power of words, sharing with the world motivational and inspirational messages, a writer doing time in Hollywood. Wordsmith.
Hey.
LA-based artist working on an international stage to spread positive messages paired with zany imagery. Meg Zany.
Getting read on a daily basis all over the world, and for any writer that's just living the dream.
So of course,
I'm putting up words that mean something to me, and the fact that they are resonating with so many people,
makes
or just
you
with
just
the
build
masses.
you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually thought superheroes did street art.
Zany Miss Zany. What's your deal?
Wow. I left the corporate world. I was there for 8 years, and I just was kind of like, fuck it, I don't want to be there anymore. Quit being a jerk to myself, basically, and
don't be a dick.
Famous British red postbox, right? Now I'm guessing there's no permission given that.
No.
So part to do with like the monarch in terms of Elizabeth. So maybe that means she's a fan of street art. I don't know. Shouts to Liz, our queen.
Yeah.
How do you do the wave?
No, it's
you
like
know how to do the
wrist,
wave.
wrist, elbow, elbow.
I don't know. I got no idea.
You don't know how to do the wave?
Fuck would I?
Is from a city so noted for its creativity, coming all the way to London to brighten up a rather dull summer. How cool is that? Like Shakespeare says, words, words, words.
Yeah.
Hey, all you potheads out there on 420, and hey, all you normal people on Zina.tv, and hey, all you cheating pervos on Facebook. Here on Grand Theft Audio, this is Jake Belcher.
And I'm Brent Thoman.
And very to be having our guest join us. Last time she was with us, we were on the No Filters Network, one of the many homes that Grand Theft Audio come from. And this is the first time joining us since we've gone to the video version. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura Ibrahim, how you doing?
I'm good. Well, how long ago was that?
I'm going to say that was 2013.
Oh, okay.
20,
I was gonna say, it wasn't that
2014.
Yeah, it was a while though.
Yeah, so 3 to 4 years ago, and yeah, you're one of the people who got to join us down in under the streets in the basements of Glendale.
Yeah. I actually live in Glendale now, so
oh, you do?
I do. Yeah, I moved there last year. So.
I'm pretty close. I'm in La Crescenta. It's
Yeah,
like right
that's
above.
a great area.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, houses are expensive.
That is true. I'm struggling with that at the moment. Yeah, it's a rough place. But I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, it's the opposite of rough.
Nice views, right?
Yeah, it is the most lackadaisical. Like, there's no crime on the streets there. Like,
they say that about too, that it's really safe. So.
Yeah, you're right. It's a very nice, clean town. You rarely see bad things happening there. But you came in before with a act called Two Hoes and a Fiddle, and you a couple of nuns who would go around and do somewhat unnunly things.
Sure.
Yeah, no,
with your partner Jill,
right?
Who we see regularly at which she'll be and featured on the Ultimate Jam Night on Tuesday nights because she's performed there multiple times.
Sure, she's on there often. She's very talented.
Yes.
Yeah,
we still do it once in a while for festivals and things like that. We're off doing our solo things, so it's hard to get with the schedules sometimes. So.
Sure. Yeah. And sometimes different things take you different directions. I'm glad to see though you still are playing the fiddle.
I still do play the fiddle.
Yeah. It's I imagine that has to be a pretty lifelong commitment. How long have you been playing the fiddle for? What age did you first go?
I probably started sometime in elementary school. And I'm trying to think, it was kind of a, went in the orchestra. My mom wanted me to play. And I think what the orchestra director said, we want to teach Laura how to play the violin. And my mom goes, okay, let's go. But I think it was probably around 10 or 11 when I started. So that was like, what, a year ago? No, 10 years ago.
Sure, that sounds right. Okay, so when we say fiddle, like, is there a big difference between a fiddle and a violin?
I have a bit about that, but I need a prop.
Yeah. So is this with what you're holding right now? Is it one or the other? Can it be both?
It can be both. It's just the style of music. If you want the educated answer.
Sure.
Yeah. It's if I play classical, I would call it a violin. If I play some hoedown, I'd call it a fiddle.
I can't think of other instruments that are the same instrument that get called different things if you play them in like different ways.
Good question.
Sure.
You're right.
There's no tuba that, like, if you play it with if I turn my back to the audience.
Isn't a tuba and a baritone the same thing?
I don't know. I have a crack research staff that smokes crack and looks at this stuff up later, but they're not going to be able to help us during this show.
Okay. Actually, I think they're instrument. One's for marching down the street, one's for concert.
Well, now I know. I'm glad to have learned.
Actually, the baritone looks like a lot more like a flugelhorn.
Yeah. Oh,
so
no,
it's more like
they hold it on their?
No, it's more like it looks like it's more like a trumpet. To be very honest,
either
that or it's one that they carry on the side. I'm seeing two different pictures. One has it facing one way, and the other has it. It is kind of a carry, but it's not like wrapped around them.
Yeah, right. The tuba is the wraparound, but the baritone's like it sits on your lap and it has the bell up here. I think. I don't know, but I think they played the same scores. Is what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little too technical.
Okay.
No. I mean, I like to learn things, and I question that I
had some insight on.
I thought I an answer to. Like, that's great. Like, we learned here on today, so thank you for that.
Purpose.
So you use your fiddle in
for good
and comedic purposes, right?
Yeah.
As like a
laughter is good.
Do you run into a lot of other comics? Like, I imagine a guitar comic probably some nights of us on the same bill.
Yeah.
Like, has that happened often with
there's one other violin comedian. Oh my God, he's a friend of mine. I met him at a festival, but not too often, I would say. Yeah.
That's good. It's good to be like
unique. I want to be unique.
Yeah,
I'm the only female fiddle comedian.
Sure. Narrow it down a little further, but I get it. Like, I can dig it. We've asked you to be able to play a song today.
Oh, sure.
Sure. Is it possible for us to be able to set that up and do that?
Oh, yeah. You want to do the...
Sure. So we need to do a little bit of moving around of some mics and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to bring out a big old fancy boom mic, which will be able to hold it out closer to the fiddle. Because we want to make sure we get every...
This is actually more for us so we can hear her vocals.
Oh.
Over the...
That makes more sense. See, why he's got the job, and I've got... unrequited love people out there. This is a chance for us to get ready for some fine fiddling action. Okay. All right.
Jake's romantic choice of music.
Yeah, that's right. I'll sit here and enjoy my Weedables as we get into fiddle time.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know I've got a track. I've got to get up here. Give me just a
sure.
quick second.
Sure. I'm gonna slide over a little bit. Weird to have half my face there.
Okay. Just a second. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
For a girl to date. Twice divorced, hung like a horse, so he was feeling great. He came across this lady, he swiped right because she was hot. He said, woohoo, because she liked him too, so this message is what she got. I guess you probably know that I'm on Tinder too, and if you swear it you won't share it, I'll send a pic to you. Now you're a pretty gal, but I'm a handsome devil too. I bet if I send you a pic my dick, you'll send your titties too. The girl said, my name's Laura, and devil, you've got some nerve, but I'll take your pic, it'll be a kick, 'cause I bet you're just a perv. Devil sent a dirty pic that showed he had no shame. Laura wasn't sure that she wanted to play this game. She took a look and thought, your cock is impressive. She changed her mind, he's not her kind, and sent him back this message. Devil, I guess I'm flattered flattered that you'd like to see my boobies, but I can't send a dirty pic unless I'm sure who you be. So if you think you've got a chance vying for my soul, you're gonna have to step it up, because I'm looking for a fiddle of gold. The devil laughed out loud. Lara, your hopes are much too high. Are you brand new to online dating? We're just your average guy. I don't know who you think you are. You're no supermodel, but I'm tired of this silly game. It's time to get horizontal. Fire on Tinder, looking for fun. Devil's on the app wanting some. Lara's looking for a fiddle of gold. Swiping right is getting old. Well, Lara couldn't believe her eyes at the message that sent, so she took a whack and messaged him back, and this is how that went. Devil, it doesn't matter how impressively you're cocked, but I'll tell you what, I ain't no slut. Consider yourself blocked. Fire on Tinder, looking for fun. Devil's in the app wanting some. Fiddle gold. Swiping right is getting old.
All right, Laura. Okay, quickly, we'll learn more about you.
I have a site, fiddlecomedy.com.
All right, so check that out on our break right now. We're going to our commercial break. We're going to come back on the other side, and we're going to talk about holidays, what we do always here on GTA. So we got some fun ones, and we're going to come back and talk. So stick around, guys.
And it's Mary Carey, of course, politically naughty with.
I'm always naughty. I'm always politically. My behavior is always politically naughty. Never politically correct. Dr. Drew, hi. Oh, I'm sorry.
Guys, how are you? It's all teary-eyed, Doctor.
I know. She wished she could live at rehab.
But only if Dr. Drew's there. Obviously, like someone like, because a little too groping might be inappropriate. But I like the.
When I walked in, you shoved my head in your.
No! Are you gonna sue me?
Get politically naughty with Mary Carey. Mondays at 4 p.m.
Ran from home and you're on the street. You've been ripped off, you've been used, and you could be killed. There is a way. There is a way off the street. Not tomorrow, but now. Runaway Hotline will get you off the street. Call Runaway Hotline, toll free, anytime, day or night. Runaway Hotline gets your message to those who care. Call now and get off the street.
I start. Hi, I'm Moxie. And I'm Nicole, and we're the ladies of Suicide Girls Radio, the world's leading BYOB radio show. Pour a glass of your favorite tipple and tune in on Wednesday nights between 8 and 9 p.m. as we discuss life, liberty, and the pursuit of free nipples. Oh, just flash it would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? People think flashing your tits is easy, right? And it's actually kind of hard.
Jason Stewart here for Zinna TV. On the show Absolutely Jason Stewart every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Big guests, everyone. Gayest to gay to the straightest to straight. David, what was his name?
He's absolutely Jason. He's absolutely gay. He'll absolutely brighten up.
Hey there, party people. You're back here on Grand Theft Audio. This is Jake Belcher.
And I'm Brant Thoman.
Still live in studio with...
Lara Ibrahim.
All right. You're watching live on Zinna.tv, Z420.tv, Facebook Live. So tell your friends that this is the best time you've ever had in your life and that it's the greatest accomplishment you've ever had. Look, lie to them, okay? I'm begging you. Just lie to them. Tell them it's awesome. Okay. What we love to do here on Grand Theft Audio is to talk about holidays.
Holidays.
Let's see what we got going on. This is the end of June, so we are saying goodbye to National Bathroom Reading Month. Have you ever been a bathroom reader?
I can't say I have.
Yeah, Brent, bathroom reader?
Not really. Never was really backed up enough that I needed to take something in there to take care of business.
Avid bathroom reader.
Yeah, I know.
Brent and I have lived together before,
Yes.
and he knows how full of newspapers and magazines.
He's the type of guy that reads the newspaper in the shower.
Yes.
I know it sounds crazy, but the way the window was situated in there, and with the way the shower head was, he could fold the paper properly and prop it into the window and sit there and shower and read at the same time.
I love information.
The problem was he just never took the newspaper out.
Well, it was wet then, but by the time I got wet, I didn't want to have it drip everywhere.
Right.
So it was a casualty in my
Sure.
thirst for knowledge.
For everybody else who had to go in and then throw it away because it was their turn to take a shower.
Well, now that it's in the past,
Sure.
I will take full responsibility for it. At the time, though, I thought it was ridiculous that you had any complaints at all. This is also National Iced Tea Month. Are you an iced tea fan?
God, I'm 0 for 2 there.
Yeah, not an iced tea person, Branch?
Love it, especially with the lemonade. Arnold Palmer.
That's very nice.
I think that's my first choice when it comes to even a soft drink over soda these days. The Arnold Palmer wins out.
I've recently, as the viewers know, have diabetes, so I can't drink soda anymore. I used to hate. Now I've developed an appreciation for it. Not a like, but I can appreciate it. Lastly, we're gonna say goodbye to skyscraper. What's the tallest building you've ever been in?
The Sears Towers.
Sears Tower?
Chicago, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. That's pretty good. Brant?
Let's see. It's the building here in LA that's not the new one that's now the tallest on the West Coast.
The library?
Right. But no, it's the one that has the glass slide.
Yeah, I think it's I think they call it the library building.
Maybe, but that's the
library.
That's the one. That's the tallest building.
I was in the World Trade before
9/11. Yeah.
Yeah, not that morning or anything. I don't have a heroic story where I luckily got out of there, but that was the tallest I've been in. All right, this is the last day of Old Time Fiddlers Week.
Really?
Who's the greatest old time fiddler?
Huh. Well, do I have to say Charlie Daniels because I just
you don't. But I can see why his name would come up because when you think of fiddlers, I don't have a lot of other ones that pop into my brain.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the one on the roof.
Mark. He's really good.
Mark O'Connor, is he a modern guy?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, good. I'm glad to see.
Is that modern?
I don't know. Old time fiddlers, I think that probably counts. Lastly, for our weeklies, this is Fish Are Friends, Not True.
Thanks, Dory.
Yeah. We have to all feel bad about wanting to eat fish now because
it's good for you though. I mean, you must be eating a lot of fish now, no?
Fish is delicious.
Yeah, salmon's good for you.
Yeah, but it's now we have to feel bad because God put it on earth for us to eat, and very sad. Okay, daily. This is the 28th. Today is International Body Piercing Day. Brant, any body piercings?
None at all.
No body piercings.
Yeah,
Body.
the normal ones. Yeah.
Sure. I do have the ear as well. I was hearing a story yesterday about someone who has 14 body piercings, but could only publicly talk about 11 of them.
Right.
So.
Or was willing to.
Just can't show them.
Yeah, willing to talk about it. Today is also National Parchment Day. Do you know what parchment cooking would be?
Yes, I do. It's you use the parchment paper to wrap the food up, and then you place it in the oven. It's a way of baking and steaming at the same time, so you can steam the vegetables while the rest of the food, especially popular with fish dishes. And then when you pull it out, you kind of tear open the bag, and it's parchment paper cooking.
See, you learn things about GTA.
They're not supposed to.
They're not supposed to. Always double check anything you learn here. This is also National Bomb Pop Day. A bomb pop is the popsicle that looks like a rocket and comes in 3 flavors. Like there's red, white, and blue.
Yes,
those are delicious. Big fan of them. Do you have a favorite frozen treat?
Ice cream.
Is darn good.
Haagen-Dazs.
The flavor?
Probably chocolate chip cookie dough.
That does sound good. Branch?
If we're talking ice cream flavors, there's one that I've come upon that's absolutely wonderful. It is a salted caramel pretzel ice cream with all 3 of those in there. delicious.
I'm not sure what the appeal of the salted caramel is. My wife, every time she sees salted caramel,
Well, no, but I like that it's in there with the. I like it more for the pretzel pieces that are in there. You get that salty, crunchy, savory in with that wonderful sweet creamy. That it's just, that's what I like.
Tomorrow also brings us my favorite ice cream, favorite frozen concoction. Man, it's changed a lot, but Margarita. I guess those are delicious. I think I'm a big fan of prongs and cream. Ice cream is the best.
It's a nice one as well.
This is also tomorrow brings us National Handshake Day. Those are very complicated. I don't know when handshakes became complicated. I remember when before it was like this, but now there's all sorts of things to go along with it, and that's too much for me. California Avocado Day. Are you an avocado fan?
Love avocado.
Yeah, we have
lava vodka and avocado. That's I like that.
An avocado martini. Friday also brings us Drive Your Corvette to Work Day. So
it's something I won't be celebrating.
Don't just leave it in the driveway. It's also Leap Second Time Adjustment Day. They have determined that this year we do need a leap second, so the day will be 1 second longer on Friday. Spend it wisely. National Meteor Watch Day is going on that day, so just for a meteor for 1 second, and you've now done everything. National Organization for Women's Day and Social Media Day. Speaking of Social Media Day, how would people find you on social media?
I'm terrible about that kind of
stuff. Oh, yeah? Okay. Then how would people find you on the internet?
Yeah, I do have a website.
Yes.
Yeah, fiddlecomedy.com.
Fiddle Comedy?
I will start making more Facebook.
Oh, sure.
Okay. That's the first step.
Brent.
Yes.
How would people find you on social media?
They can. I got a Facebook page. You got to look at Brant Thoman. You can find me there. Besides that, I've signed up for other accounts. I just never use them.
Kind of like me.
Yeah. I try to. I have a branded kind of name that I have, and I try to use and get it wherever I can when it comes to domains and such.
Very smart. Very smart.
Yes. So.
As for me, you can always look up World's Sexiest Man, and you will naturally
then find the tab that will click to jakeshow.com.
Jakeshow.com. That's right. You can always see. This is also 4th of July week, so if you have pets and stuff, make sure they're not out there getting all popped around and scared of the fireworks. Lastly, I understand you have a song about holidays.
Well, I wrote because I have to complain about the fact, like the 4th of July, there's lots of music written for the 4th of July, right? But there's only like 5 or 6 holidays like that a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote a song for some of the lesser known holidays so musicians can get more work.
I love it.
Yeah. So this is a song for President's Day, which is, that holiday where they took 2 presidents' birthdays.
They took away 2 holidays from us and turned it into 1.
Exactly.
That's good. That's
exactly
good stuff.
What it's about too, right? We used to get 2 days. Now we just get 1 for Lincoln's birthday and George Washington. You might get a good price on a car or a mattress, but that doesn't feel nice. We'd rather get the day off.
100%. That's great. Thank you so much for coming in here. Fiddlecomedy.com.
Yep.
Go check it out right now, guys. You can also come back as we have a brand new show debuting here on
The Road Taken. My mic up. The Road Taken with Vicki Abelson.
Yeah, so 10 minutes on dinner.tv and wherever else you can find it. So stick around, guys.